Vardanyan. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
All right. Welcome back to another stream. All right, man. It's the usual. Reacting to some videos. Got some Twitter clips that I bookmarked. Some pretty interesting Twitter clips. Not a lot. Just a few. I'm gonna react to that today, and that's pretty much it. Well, we'll see if I have like more time to play video games. I doubt it, but we'll see. But anyways, let's get started. All right. Gotta go to playlist. All right, man. Let's see what's going on in the world of college football. I heard signing day. What it was today. A lot of 4 and 5 star recruits committing or signing to their colleges. So that's pretty cool. Congrats to all those athletes signing to and committing to different colleges. Man, shout out to them. They worked hard to get to their position, and the hard work is paying off. All right, but anyways, let's react to this video first.
Nothing says welcome.
All right, so things got worse for Penn State. Crumble Cookie went banned for banned. All right, let's see.
To the modern era of college football in 2025, more than the CEO of Crumble Cookies being brought in to close a deal with BYU's head coach and outbid Penn State. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Wednesday. Hope all of you having a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, I hope you're ready for some drama in college football talk, because we got plenty of it. And we're going to have plenty of it throughout the remainder of the day. We're uploading bare minimum 3 to 4 videos, so be on the lookout for that. There's so much going on, and I'm trying my absolute best to cover it all, but it seems like every single time I want to cover one topic, another thing pops up. I love it. I really do. It's that time of the year where it feels like we have an endless amount of content. Let me throw this in there before we go any farther and before I forget, because everybody and their mama's been asking me, Matt, when's the preview for Alabama, Georgia? Part 2, when's the preview for Indiana, Ohio State? I planned on doing it today, which is Wednesday, but with all the news going on and all the stories we got to cover, it is more likely going to get pushed back until Thursday, which is tomorrow. I may be able to post one of those tonight, but the way it's looking, not going to happen. And I am so excited to get into those prediction videos. You have no idea. Hold on. I've been doing all this jibber jabbering, and I haven't even told you guys what we're going to be discussing in this video. My apologies. Our main topic is this right here. Shaking my head. I didn't think it could get worse, but it has gotten worse for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Topic number 2 is this right here. Breaking news just came out earlier this morning that Ohio State's offensive coordinator, he's leaving. I normally don't cover offensive coordinators.
Heard about this. Man, that's a great hire for UCF, man. Getting the offensive-minded head coach and is a guy who is like absolutely generational when it comes to becoming when it comes to being a wide receiver coach. Just absolutely generational. Like if you look at all those receivers that he developed, like they're all, most of them like first round picks. Like, well, I'm not gonna say all the receivers that went to Ohio State, because you already know Ohio State is wide receiver U. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, what a great hire for UCF.
Leaving on this channel. Why is that? Because it's not a big deal. But this one is, because he's one of the best at what he does. We are on the push for 400,000 subscribers. Everybody gets the community. Or simple reason is have a community tab, and everybody said yes. So here we are. As y'all know, I'm a fan of the people, and I want to get the people what they want. It's as simple as that. I heard all of you. You said, Matt, make a community tab. I went to work, did some things, bada boom, bada bing. Next thing you know, here we are. It's official. It's here. Last thing I'll say before we get into the video. Trust me,
yeah, I'm joining that. I'm not.
I'm ready to get into it as well, but I'm going to explain some things going on with the channel, whatnot. This is a new feature YouTube has implemented, I think, just 1 month ago. It'll probably be fun, and if you're wanting to know how to access this, all you gotta do is click on the channel name, and it should say Visit Community. It should be there in big letters. I do apologize. This has been an extremely long-winded intro without even talking about college football. So without further ado, Matt, would you just shut the crap up and talk about some ball? Great idea, Matt. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, the breaking news as when I made this video. I mean, it just came out. USF is expected to hire Ohio State offensive coordinator Brian Hartline. Per Brett McMurphy, Pete Nakos, and CeeLo are 3 most reliable sources on the channel. Shout out to them. What's ironic about this is it goes hand in hand with Penn State, with what we're about to get into in just a second. A little foreshadowing. But as far as it goes for this hire, it's a little confusing to me. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way to South Florida or anything like that, but I felt like Brian Hartline could have got a better job. Am I the only one that's under that perception? I even thought the Kentucky job was too whack of a job for him. I thought he could do way better than that too. And look, Brad and Chad, I get it. It's a big jump from being the offensive coordinator, even at the big bro Ohio State, going to Kentucky USF as a head coach. But still, I mean, he's one of the best in the game. Heck of a recruiter, and everything I've seen about him up until this point, I have no reason to believe he's not going to be successful, and it's not going to work out at USF. Heck, you could argue and say it may be better than when they had Golish there. Am I jumping the gun a little too early here? Maybe I am, but I'm just a big Brian Hartline fan. I just don't think your casual fan understands how good Brian Hartline is at his job, or was at his job at Ohio State. Everybody now knows him, and you see him in this graphic here listed as offensive coordinator. No. I know Brian Hartline as the wide receivers coach.
Yeah, he was wide receivers head coach. Just like if you look at all those wide receivers he developed, dude is like generational when it comes to being a wide receiver coach. Absolutely generational.
At Ohio State. Why is that important? Why is that relevant? Because for years, who has had some of the best wide receivers in college football? You know
Ohio
who?
State.
Ohio State. And there is 2 sides of it, because what's the rebuttal going to be in the comment section from all the Timothys and Bobbies? Whoa, Matt. That's not because Brian Hartline's a good wide receivers coach. That's because they're getting 4- and 5-star recruits, so it's easier to coach 4- and 5-star recruits. Dude, calm down. I get it. Yes, you're right, but I think 2 things can be true. 1, Ohio State gets some of the best wide receiver recruits in the nation. 2, Brian Hartline is exceptional. He's not good, he's not great. He's exceptional at developing them. It's not even like they've had 1 good or great wide receiver every year. They got 2 to 3 on every single team, every single year. It's unreal. And now you're sending this, what I'm going to label as offensive-minded guy, to South Florida. GG for everyone around there. Why is that important? Why is that relevant? Well, you know where all the 4- and 5-star recruits are, right? You know where they're located? A majority of them. In Florida. Am I sitting up here saying he's going to out-recruit Cristobal, Florida, which would be John Summerall? No, all the big-time schools in Florida, you know, who's the other one? Oh, yeah, the Seminoles? Absolutely not. But what I am saying is I think he may steal a recruit here or there. He goes up to one of those wide receivers. It's an easy selling pitch. Think about it. All he's got to do in a 4-star recruit's living room, or even a 5-star recruit's living room, is show him a picture of all the Ohio State wide receivers and say, hey, you see that? Yeah. I did that. He's got proven track history of developing wide receivers and getting them to the NFL. It's not even like, oh, they've been decent in college and they have a decent career in the league. No, they've been studs in the league. What's funny about this, and it just goes hand in hand, you can't make it up, is I'm scrolling through the comment section and you got people bringing up Penn State in this post, and it's exactly what we're about to get into. I guess that's a good stopping point. We'll get into our Penn State news, our main topic. Let me say this, because I didn't grade the hire. I've been grading on these hires for all these teams. I'd say scale 1 to 10, this is a 9 for USF. It's a 9. I mean, yeah, I just don't know how you can do too much better in this. This isn't even a Power 4 school, and you got, in my humble opinion, one of the best candidates out there. That's a 9 for the Bulls, man, a 9 for the Bulls. Moving along here to the main topic of the main encore, main reason you might have clicked onto this video. What in the world is going on with the Penn State and Indy Lions? That's a great question, my friend. We're about to get into it. Whew. It's been a long journey, a long journey, and this had to be such a rough time being a Penn State fan, especially the past week or so. Just seeing all these teams out there get their new head coaches and celebrate. You had the Lane Kiffin incident going on. You had the John Summerall, the Golish at Auburn. Who else has accepted a new job? Who else? You got Hartline going to USF.
Yeah, it's like the perfect way to describe Penn State's coaching situation, in my opinion. It's like You know the meme when Squidward, there was this one SpongeBob episode with Squidward in his house, watching SpongeBob and Patrick play outside. You know that meme? Penn State is Squidward. And SpongeBob and Patrick is the coaches who have a job. That's it's kind of a corny way to what was I gonna say? Corny way to to give that type of analogy. It's kind of corny, but the Penn State situation kind of reminds me of that.
You got, was it Matt Steen from Oregon? He's going to Kentucky. Everybody's getting a new head coach, but your former head coach, James Franklin, goes to Virginia Tech, and I'm sure there's some others I'm missing. And outside of coaches taking a new job, some of the guys that were on your radar, like a Sonetti, signed an extension. Matt Rule, I believe, didn't he sign an extension? But that's not good news for Nebraska. And then you had, Eli Drinkowitz from Missouri. He signed an extension. In other terms, meaning you're not getting any of those guys either. In other terms, to dumb this down if you don't know what I'm saying, it's been looking really, and I mean really bleak, for the Nittany Lions. There's not even a beacon of hope at this point. I don't even know who you turn to. That was what I was thinking up until yesterday when the news and reports were coming out that Sataki, yes, the head coach at BYU, the BYU shout to them, he emerged as a front runner for the job, and Penn State was going to be targeting him. Or my apologies, that report, it came out 2 days ago, and you're looking at it right here. I remember talking about that, and what did I say in that video? I have a hard time believing that Kalani Sitake is going to be leaving the BYU's. You probably know where I'm going with this. Kalani Sitake was the only glimmer of hope. He is who Penn State was banking on, and he just told them no. I know, right under L for Penn State, what's new, but here's what's really interesting. Crumble Cookies is the main reason Sitake is staying at BYU. Let me say it one more time. No, your ears didn't deceive you. Crumble Cookies. You can't make this up.
Man, he's staying because of cookies. He's staying because of the cookies. Wild.
Matt Lockheed. So for those of you who don't know, Crumble's Cookie. I can't even believe this is real. Crumble Cookie CEO loves BYU football. How much does he love it? That's a great question, my friend. I'll let to answer it. Earlier this season, he paid BYU's $50,000 field storming fine. And when Crumble's CEO caught wind of Penn State poaching their new head coach, he tweeted this out. Some people are not replaceable. Sounds like it is time for me to get off the sidelines and get to work. You can't make this stuff up. And I'm not going to hold you. If I was the Penn State boosters and I saw the Crumble Cookie CEO tweet this out after already paying this BYU football program so much and donating so much, my jaw would have dropped to the floor. Because you don't got to be a rocket scientist to figure out what was about to happen next. I don't know how much this guy's worth, but I'd assume it's got to be close to $1 billion, isn't it? Well, he tweeted this out right after the original tweet I showed you. Who do you love, Kalani? What does it mean to you to have Kalani Sitake as our head coach at BYU? Right now is the moment to let Kalani feel the love, respect, and gratitude of Cougar Nation. He has given everything to his program. Let's show him how much he means to all of us. To make it fun, I'm giving away 4 50-yard line seats and airfare to the Big 12 Championship game for 2 incredible responses. Nothing says welcome to the modern era of college football in 2025 more than the CEO of Crumble Cookies being brought in to close a deal with BYU's head coach and outbid Penn State. If this doesn't bring a smile to your face, I don't know it will. And this is the good side to NIL and having all these rich alumni and boosters, because it creates parity where now a school like BYU can retain their head coach. I know they're like a multi-billion-dollar company, but think about it. A cookie shop outbid Penn State. That is the best thing I've seen in quite some time. Locking in here, though, on a serious note, Penn State still doesn't have a head coach, and it doesn't look like they're getting one anytime soon. I don't even know who they'd go after. I don't know, man. I don't know, but here's what I do know. I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know your thoughts down below. But
man, dude, it's gotta be rough to be a Penn State fan. Like, I feel so bad for Penn State fans, dude. Like, they can't even get a head coach right now. one of their targets. What's his name? What's his name again? The BYU head coach. What's his name? What's his name again? Kalani Sitake. Hopefully I pronounced it right. Kalani Sitake, one of Penn State's targets. Like he would rather stay at BYU. And guess who outbid Penn State? The CEO of Crumble Cookies. Like, Sitake basically picked Crumble Cookies over Penn State. That is embarrassing for Penn State. And also, Penn State, dude, they're losing their recruits right now as we speak. They are losing their recruits. They're losing a bunch of 4-stars. They're losing it to their former coach, James Franklin. You know, he's taking them now. He's taking them not Texas Tech, Virginia Tech. Like, dude, it is absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And I feel terrible for Penn State. And their future, like Penn State's future, is just not looking too bright. I know it's one bad year of recruiting, but still, this is horrible. This is so bad. And I wouldn't be surprised if Penn State is not very good. I wouldn't be surprised if Penn State has a terrible season next season, and the year after, and the year after. Like, I would not be surprised at all. Man, just absolutely brutal for Penn State. Absolutely brutal. All right, so this shocked me. Well, it didn't shock me. But the Vanderbilt, Georgia, and 5-star QB situation is wild. Let's check it out.
And guess who it involves? The Nerds, being Vanderbilt, the Georgia Bulldogs, one of the best programs in college football the last 5, 6, 7 years, and a 5-star quarterback recruit. I'm sure a bunch of you by this point in time know this 5-star quarterback recruit. We've talked about him on the channel before. He goes by the name of Jared Curtis. Y'all remember us talking about him roughly a month ago, right? Where he was committed to Georgia, but he took a visit to Vanderbilt when College Game Day was there. And everybody and their mama, including me, thought, oh yeah, he's just getting a free vacation, a free trip, whatever you want to call it, and he wants to experience the College Game Day atmosphere at Vanderbilt. Nothing too wrong with that, and he's from the state of Tennessee. But come to find out, there was way more substance to that than we thought. But here's where things got hectic. Yesterday, reports and rumors were coming out by social media outlets like On3 stating that he's flipping his commitment, but then he came out and stated, no, that's not true. So what's going on with Mr. Jared Curtis? We're here to talk about all that, and we also got some news to talk about involving guess who? Vanderbilt again, but this time being their quarterback, Diego Pavia. Pavia's found his way into the news, and no, we're not here to talk about the Heisman Trophy race. Although we probably need to make a separate video talking about that, because Pavia, he's going up in my rankings, and I think he should be invited to New York. We got a lot of stuff going on in the college football world, so I need to hurry up, record, edit this video, and get it uploaded, because it's National Signing Day, for those of you who don't know. I'm 99% sure there is chaos ongoing as to when I'm speaking and making this video in the recruiting world. As most of you know, we're on the push for 400,000 subscribers. Act like I gave you some corny and inspirational speech on why you should subscribe to the channel and help us get a little bit closer to our goal of 400K. Due to high demand, we have also created a community tab. Where are we at here? I thought I had it saved. I have so many things saved. Anytime you hear me saying that, I'm just scrolling through trying to find it. Where are you at, Pavia? I know you're here somewhere. Oh, got it right here. This is from On3, and this is what Pavia had to say, responding to the rankings that came out last night. For those of you who didn't see, Vanderbilt, they didn't move. They're ranked 14th, and they have what I'm going to label as a 0% shot of making this playoff. But come on. I told y'all that heading into the rankings, they're not making it. I wish they could. I wish
they could, too. I would have loved to see Vanderbilt in the playoffs. That would be so That would be cool. That would be cool. Seeing Vanderbilt in the playoffs. This is why the committee, or excuse me, the NCAA or whoever's in charge should expand the playoffs to 16, at least 16.
Vanderbilt, Texas, Miami, and BYU could all get in. This is one of those years where we need more teams in. Last year, I felt like 12 was way too much, and it had me thinking, man, maybe we did add too many teams. But this year, I'm looking at it going, dang, we need a 16-team playoff. But obviously, you can't just change it mid-season. But don't tell Diego Pavia that, because here's what he said. I'm just going to read this off word for word. Vandy quarterback Diego Pavia is calling for President Donald Trump to sign.
Man,
yeah,
bro's going to the president. He's calling for the president to sign an executive order to expand the college football playoff to 16 teams. I would love to see the playoff college football playoff get expanded. I would love to see it.
Shaking my head, just this is laughable. To sign an executive order to expand the college football playoff to 16 teams, quote unquote. And he added Donald Trump, I guess, in a tweet. Make the executive order, please. Just act like I inserted the meme where it's Coach Prime grabbing Travis Hunter's shoulder, or the other meme where you're just grabbing someone's shoulder. Do y'all want to tell him, or do you want me to? Shaking my head. It's not happening, buddy. Not happening. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Pavia, but you need to come to terms with reality. You're not getting in. I hate it for you, but have fun in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Bowl. I want to root for Vanderbilt because they're the Cinderella team and Cinderella program at that. But this makes it hard, too, when you see stuff like this. Does somebody want to enlighten or inform him? That's not how things work. I can't even get myself to speak on this for longer than what we have up until this point because it's not even anything to debate about. I mean, this isn't going to happen. I don't know how to dumb it down any more than that. It's not even a logical proposal. It's just dumb. Let's get a move on to topic number 2, which ironically enough involves Vanderbilt. So this young man you're looking at right here is Mr. Jared Curtis, prestigious 5-star recruit, 5-star quarterback recruit at that. Act like I hyped him up and talked highly about his game for about 1 to 2 minutes. We're just going to skip all that. You get it. He's the realio dealio. He's supposed to go to Georgia. That's where he originally committed. Well, there's been a lot of speculation, not just in the past 24, 48 to 72 hours, but the past month or two that he was considering Vanderbilt. There was in the announcement made that he was going to attend the Vanderbilt versus, who did they host for game day? I can't remember. Who was that? Wasn't Texas. That game was at Texas. Was it LSU? I'm not too sure, but that's really besides the point. Curtis, he went to the Vanderbilt game, and that had some recruiting analysts talking and whatnot. And I remember covering this situation like it was yesterday. I also vividly remember Curtis being asked about, hey, is there potential that you're going to be flipping from Georgia going to Vanderbilt? And he said, no, I'm just visiting. Nothing more to it. I am 100% committed to the Georgia Bulldogs. But as we all know, when a high school recruit says, oh yeah, I'm 110% committed to this school and program, you can take that with a grain of salt. It doesn't amount to a hill of beans. Anyways, getting back on track here, my 2 cents on Curtis visiting Vanderbilt on game day and just talking to him in the first place was, if you're a recruit and you have all the offers that he has, you at least got to be a little intrigued by Vanderbilt to even show up there. Because it's not like he had 2 to 3 offers and only a couple visits to go on, so you might as well go on every single visit you can. No, he has so many offers, so many visits he could go on, he can't even do them all. In my humble opinion, if you're using your free time, even though I get it, it's a paid-for vacation, but you're going to visit a school, you at least got to be a little bit, just a little bit interested. And we talked about the pros and cons from flipping from Vanderbilt to Georgia. You go to Georgia, guess what? That quarterback room is going to be full of 4- and 5-star recruits. You're going to have to battle your way to the top. And even if you're doing really good, you may not win the job. Bare minimum, it's going to take 2 years to get that starting job at Georgia. Whereas, and this is the benefit of going to Vanderbilt, sure, you're not surrounded with 5-star offensive linemen, 5-star wide receivers, just 5-star everything, but you're going to be guaranteed the starting spot. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, as long as you're not terrible. But not only that, Georgia, they've made it clear, just like Alabama, they're not going to pay players to come to their school. If you perform and get sponsorships or NIL deals while you're there, that's different. But they're not directly paying players out of high school like teams of Texas Tech, Vanderbilt, and some of these other schools out there, Ohio State. And that's some of the leverage that Vanderbilt has because they can promise a Jared Curtis, hey, you come here, you flip from Georgia, we'll give you $2 million. Is there risk there? Absolutely, because you're paying a kid a couple $1 million who hasn't even played a snap at the collegiate level. But if you're Vanderbilt, that's a risk you got to take. Because Georgia doesn't really need Jared Curtis. Vanderbilt, I wouldn't say they need him, but you get the point. Georgia has a plethora of 4- and 5-star recruits at the quarterback position to pick from. Vanderbilt does not. So I definitely thought there were some arguments for Curtis to flip from Georgia to Vanderbilt from that aspect, and any recruit in the situation to do what he did. It's not rocket science. It'd be great to go to Georgia because that is a red carpet to the NFL, and if you win the starting job, you're going to make millions of dollars in NIL. You're going to be playing with better players there. Iron sharpens iron. You go to Vanderbilt, we just talked about it. You're going to get some NIL money, and you're guaranteed the starting spot. Well, yesterday, On3 posted a graphic, it has since been deleted, of Jared Curtis flipping his commitment from Georgia to Vanderbilt. And had everybody and their mama talking. Of course, it's a big deal. I mean, you got a 5-star recruit leaving Georgia, going to Vandy. But then Jared Curtis himself went to Twitter and stated this. It has been deleted as well since he posted it, but I got a screenshot of it. Don't know where all this is coming from. Haven't had a chance to talk to either school yet. I'll keep y'all posted. Fascinating to say the least. You got On3, reputable source, saying Jared Curtis is flipping, but then Jared Curtis himself is saying, no, I haven't made a decision quite just yet. I don't know why people are saying that. What I think happened here is Jared Curtis wanted to announce it on signing day and shock the world, but whoever he was talking to, texting, he must have told him or something like.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what happened. Like, I could see what. Yeah, we could all see what Jared was trying to do. Like, he wanted to shock everybody and say, like, shock everyone on signing day and say, oh, I'm committing to the University of Vanderbilt instead of Georgia. And just shock everybody and have people gasp and say, no way. That's what he wanted.
That, and they wanted to break the news, and well, they broke the news. Obviously, as you can see right here, Curtis wasn't too fond of that, and he denied all of it. So it looked like, okay, he's not going to Vanderbilt and he's staying at Georgia. What's going on here? Not too long after all that, he posted this on Twitter. This morning, I was really disappointed. I know it's super tiny, but that's how he posted it. To see some media put it out there that I flipped from Georgia to Vandy. I actually hadn't told anyone my final decision, not even my parents or agent. I wanted to talk to the coaches from both staffs after school and practice were over and have one last heart-to-heart with my family before making an announcement. Never had a chance, and that was really disappointing. I haven't said much the past couple of months. Obviously, there's been a lot going on, but I just wanted to control what I could on the field and focus on winning another chip with my boys, and that's what we've been preparing to do so on Thursday. I do love Georgia. I love the coaches and players there. They have been so good to me and my family. I know they would do everything to help me be successful. They have been the best program in the country for a reason. The past year, it's where I wanted to be and definitely where my parents have wanted me to go. That's part of what makes it so hard. You try to make everyone who has been good to you and done so much for you happy, and when you can't, it sucks. But I gotta walk my path that feels right in my heart. At the end of the day, this has to be my decision. Being here in Nashville and seeing what Vandy has been doing this season has been amazing, and over the past few weeks, I felt more and more that I want to be a part of that, to be close to home, to play in front of my family and friends, and to be what I love to be, an underdog. I'm excited to be a door and excited to be part of building something here at home with Coach Lee. Rest of that's not really important. What's up with the underdog thing? You're a 5-star recruit, buddy. You're not an underdog. I'm joking when saying that. I don't know his life story. Maybe he is an underdog, but, 5-star recruits are definitely not classified as what I call underdogs. Getting back on track here on a serious note, you see it right there, read it and weep. He has flipped from Georgia to Vanderbilt. Like I said, whoever immediately reported that before he did, that's kind of a dirtbag move because I know what he was doing. He was wanting to wait until signing day. He's a Commodore. I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, well, this is the right decision, this is the wrong decision. No, it's his life. It's not your life. It's not my life. It's not anyone's life but his. There's no right or wrong decision when picking when you play or where you want to play your college football at. Definitely wild time. Something I'm going to have to get used to. A 5-star quarterback has just flipped from Georgia to Vanderbilt. Let that sink in. And I don't think this is a one-time thing. I don't think it's a fluke.
Man, never thought I would see that in a million years. A 5-star plus recruit, Jared Curtis, going to Vanderbilt out of all colleges. Unbelievable.
I think I'm going to see more of this in the near future just due to Vanderbilt having...
yeah, and yeah, like he said, it's going to happen. I could see it happening now. Like, more 4- and 5-star recruits are about to go to Vanderbilt now. Vanderbilt, yeah, they're on the rise. They're on the rise.
So much money in the NIL department. Everybody thinks Vanderbilt's broke, Vanderbilt's not broke. They can compete with the big boys in NIL. To go on top of that, the selling point, the huge selling point there is, hey, we want the underdogs that are going to go all out so they can get those 3- and 4-star recruits. But also, you are guaranteed starting spots there. I don't care if you're an 8-star recruit. You're not guaranteed to start at an Ohio State, Alabama, or a Georgia. You are going to have to grind your way just to start there. Not to discredit Vanderbilt, but it is a much easier path to getting on the field there. And I think most athletes can attest to this. Yeah, you'd love to go to your dream school, your dream college, but not that means you got to sacrifice playing time. You want to play more than anything. So due to that reason, I think it's had a lot to do with not just NIL, but Georgia's quarterback room when you look at it compared to Vanderbilt's quarterback room. Big pickup for Vanderbilt. There's many more things I could say, but there's so much stuff we got to cover. I'm curious to know your thoughts down below. But
All right. All right, let me make sure my mic's working. All right, that's good. Okay. One more MPG
but hold on, if you
video.
didn't think it was bad.
I can't believe what the CFP committee just did and said. Let's check it out.
Enough, it gets worse. Hunter Yurchek was asked why they bumped Alabama ahead of Notre Dame, and here's what he said. I am a Bama fan, and I am telling you, this is terrible logic, and it's just stupid. I cannot believe, number one, what they did, but more importantly, number two, what they said. If you've been keeping up with the videos, you would already know we've been covering 3 to 4 topics in every single video because there's been that much chaos going on in college football. However, this topic is so important, is the one and only thing we're talking about. Trust me, there's plenty of other stuff we need to get to. We still haven't even got to the Alabama-Georgia preview, Ohio State-Indiana preview. What's going on with Penn State? We got a new update on them, and the list goes on and on and on. Heck, there's some more news coming out about Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. But for now, at least, we are going to lock in, hone in, and zone in on this one subject at hand. But real quick, let me throw this in there. So for those of you who don't know, everyone's been asking Matt, what is he? Why did you post this? Looking at. And who posted this? TKJ. What is this?
What?
What am I looking at? And who posted this? TKJC. Why did you post this? Why is it funnier the more I look at it? You know, starting this community tab was a bad idea, wasn't it? There's no going back at this point. It's Pandora's box. Once you open it, you can't shut it. The funny thing is I haven't even had time to actually go through it and see if people are talking about football or whatnot. This just popped up on my screen when I clicked on it. Moving along here, let's get into the CFP committee. They released their rankings last night like they do every single Tuesday night. And like we do every single Tuesday night on the channel, I give you my live reaction. We had a good time. I'm sure some of you may have or may not have seen that video we posted yesterday. Feel free to check it out for yourself if you haven't already. The one thing I was very adamant on in that video is we talked about before the rankings came out how there was some speculation going on and rumors saying, oh, well, Notre Dame, they may fall behind Alabama. And I said, yeah, that's not going to happen. It doesn't even make sense. How could you watch Alabama struggle? Granted, it's rival week, I get it, but they struggle with one of the worst teams in the SEC. They struggle with the Auburn Tigers. Barely won the game due to Auburn fumbling the ball, dropping passes left and right. Meanwhile, Notre Dame crushed. I know they stink, but they crushed Stanford. They took care of business. How can you watch 2 of those things transpire on Saturday and go, you know what? That's enough for us to move Alabama ahead of Notre Dame. It doesn't make sense to me. Let's throw in this little disclaimer. I'm an Alabama fan telling you that, so there's no bias going on here. Fast forward in time a little bit, the rankings come out, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Alabama's going to be 10, Notre Dame's going to be 9, and to my shock, I may throw in a video clip so you guys can watch in this video as well. Alabama jumped Notre Dame. They were ranked at 9, and Notre Dame fell down to number 10. A lot of people saying Alabama's going to jump Notre Dame. I don't understand where you're getting that logic from, and it's not going to happen. I'm saying it before it happens.
So who's sitting right on the bubble?
What do you mean? It's Alabama at 10. People think, I don't know why people are saying Notre Dame.
Man, he is bald. Man, that dude is bald, man. Looking like Lex Luthor.
And there is. Notre Dame is now the team sitting right on the bubble down.
I am still appalled by that. I am still mind-boggled, but there's one sentence that can sum all this up, and it's how I feel about it. I don't understand how the committee jumped Alabama over Notre Dame. I want to clarify, and it is why I'm making this video. It's the main reason because I tweeted about it, and I still see people in all the comments. They don't understand what I'm trying to say. Let me make this clear. As a Bama fan, I am thrilled about this. I am happy that Alabama is now a dang near lock to make the college football playoff. And I'm one of those who believes even if they lose by $4 billion to Georgia, they're still getting in. With that being said, I also understand the argument that every single one of you that thinks Alabama should be ranked ahead of Notre Dame has. I get that. Alabama has I'm talking about a much better resume than Notre Dame. I've been saying that since day one. I get it. Because there's so many people on Twitter trying to explain to me, like I don't know, and I don't take it as disrespect, it's just people, I guess, trying to inform me. Well, Matt, here's why Alabama's ahead of Notre Dame, because of strength of record. Dude, I know that. Here's what I don't understand. Alabama's resume didn't really get too much better after one game against a terrible team in the SEC. On the flip side of it, it's not like Notre Dame's resume got any worse. They just won by 30 or 40 against Stanford. Let me dumb this down even more. I don't understand how you can tell me heading into this most recent weekend that Notre Dame is better than Alabama. That's what the committee's saying by having them at 9 and having Bama at 10. Notre Dame's better. They pass the eye test, resume, whatever you want to throw in there. You then watch Alabama struggle with Auburn and Notre Dame take care of business and go, nah, you know what? We're going to jump Alabama ahead of Notre Dame. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Not at all. And there's no way it can make any sense to you guys. No way. You can't even try to tell me, well, Matt, it's a resume thing. No, dude. They had Bama behind Notre Dame last week. And Alabama's resume from last week to this week didn't get any better. But hold on, if you didn't think it was bad enough, it gets worse. Hunter Yurachek was asked why they bumped Alabama ahead of Notre Dame. And here's what he said. This is paraphrasing, by the way, but it was identical to this. Alabama's great and gutsy fourth down call to take the lead against 5-7 Auburn is what gave them the edge over Notre Dame. He didn't even bring up Alabama's running game. He said because Alabama converted a 4th and 2 late in the fourth quarter and they forced a fumble at the end of the game, that was enough to change the mind of some of the committee members.
So just one play just decided to change their mind about the rankings. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm throwing this disclaimer in there again. I am a Bama fan, and I am telling you this is terrible logic, and it's just stupid. I pray and I hope there's more to it than just that. Maybe he was summarizing. If Hunter Yurachek would have got there and said, well, Alabama controlled the game, it was never in doubt, they dominated Auburn from start to finish, that would make a little bit more sense, right? I'm not saying Alabama dominated Auburn. I'm just saying you're talking about the whole game at that point. But to point to, well, yeah, they did get a 4th and 2, and they forced that fumble, so that's enough for us. So because of 2 plays, that's why Alabama's jumping Notre Dame? It's head-scratching for me, man. Some of the things they do and the logic. There's just no logic. I don't even know why I'm bringing that word up. Here's where I'm going at with this. I think this is a much better argument for Alabama jumping Notre Dame, because I'm not mad at it. You could have stated something like this. Well, Alabama, they ran the ball well against Auburn. They had over 150 rushing yards, one of their best running performances the entire season. They also almost shut down Auburn in the first half, held them to 6 points. You see, that sounds way better, at least in my humble opinion, because as a viewer, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, that is a good point. The defense has been good in the running game. It's coming alive. But no, instead of that, you point to, they did get that 4th and 2. Like, come on, man. And the fumble, I mean, yeah, I give credit to Bray Hubbard and Alabama's defense for forcing it. But you know how fumbles work, right? The other team, they have to make a mistake. They lost the ball. You know what was happening before that fumble? Auburn was driving down the field. They fumbled at, what was it, the 25 or 30-yard line? I can't harp on this and emphasize it enough. I'm not mad at it. I love it, and I'm glad Alabama is ahead of Notre Dame. Their reasoning for stuff, though, it doesn't make sense, and they got to get better at explaining it. You can't be the head of the committee pointing to, well, a fumble is why we boosted Alabama or any team over another team. No. You got to point to at least multiple quarters and just how the game went. Let me address this too. Yurachek also stated that idle teams can move up or down and all teams will be re-ranked following the weekend's championship games. What? What do you mean idle teams can move up or down? What are you talking about? Is he insinuating? Because I'm confused. I don't know if he means like, for example, since Notre Dame and Miami aren't playing this week, we can flip-flop them if we want to. But to me, that doesn't make too much sense because they're not playing. What can you point to? Everything they've done up until this point should be set in stone, right? You know what this is looking like to me? They're setting all this up. They jumped Alabama ahead of Notre Dame, so when Alabama, or if, not when, but if Alabama loses to Georgia, they have an argument for keeping Alabama in the playoffs still. BYU's ranked 11th. Texas Tech is supposed to beat them. So, for say this video, we'll say if or when Texas Tech beats BYU, guess what happens? Who's going to be right beside each other? Miami and Notre Dame. And you know what they're going to do? You know. Since they are close enough to compare, they're going to use the head-to-head argument, and they're going to drop Notre Dame out of the playoffs. That is my way too early prediction on all this. By dropping Notre Dame behind out.
Hey, and to be honest, like, no disrespect to Notre Dame. I like Notre Dame, but man, you have to admit, seeing Miami in the playoffs would be fun. It would be fun to see Miami in the playoffs. I'm just saying, it would be fun.
Alabama, they are setting all this up. They know what they're doing. They're not dumb. They are smart. They were looking a week ahead when making this current ranking. I'm not going to get into this whole Miami and Notre Dame thing. That's a different video for a different day, but I do want to address how dumb the committee looked and sounded last night. Many more things I can say. Let me know your thoughts down below. But
All right, man, that's it. All right. See what I bookmarked. All right, so Terrence Crawford cooked the WBC for stripping his title. All right, let's see what Terrence Crawford is yapping about.
Mauricio, got a lot to say about me not paying him $300,000 plus another $100K something for sanction fees. Then he gonna tell me I ain't even apologize. Like, who the fuck you think I am?
Dude, 300 to 400K for belts that he worked hard, he trained hard for, and beat Canelo for? What? So, okay. I'm more of a UFC or MMA guy, but paying money to keep belts sounds so ridiculous. That sounds ridiculous.
Boy, you better slap your fucking self. Ain't paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any other sanctioned bodies? Huh? Answer that question. Everybody accepted what I was giving them. The WBC think that you better than everybody. And you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit. You want me to pay you more than the other sanctioned bodies because you feel like you better than them. You can take the fucking belt. It's a trophy anyway. The fuck am I paying you every time I step foot in the fucking ring? I'm the motherfucker that's putting my life on the line, not you. You ain't stepping your
Hey, they can take the belts, but we will never forget what Terrence Crawford did to Canelo. We'll never forget.
Fucking ass in that ring. Why should I have to pay to carry your belt? You should be paying me. This dude gets on a plane, gets a hotel suite. Him and his buddies, they go out to dinner, 5-star meals, all that, and guess who got to pay for it? Us fighters. We paying for y'all.
That is crazy, dude. Fighters who literally train, work so hard, put their lives on the line, paying those guys so they can just go to 5-star restaurants and just doing whatever they're doing. That's just, bro, that is just crazy. That's crazy.
To come out here, have the time of y'all life, stay in the best hotels of y'all life, and it's all done on our dime. Every time we step
That's just so backwards. It sounds like it's backwards. If you know what I'm trying to say, it's just backwards. It's supposed to be them paying the fighters, not the fighters paying them. This makes no sense.
foot in the ring, we gotta pay them a sanction fee like they the government. We getting taxed. It's crazy. Mauricio, everybody in the world know you was going for Canelo. You was mad that I beat Canelo. It's okay. It happens. Say congratulations instead of having that little smirk on your face, all mad and pouting. You should have took the money, and you should have been thankful and grateful that I was rocking your belt around as your champion. But you want to make it about you. Oh, well, you stripping me. Like, I've been stripped before. Doesn't matter. I'm still considered the undisputed champion. I'm still the champion in the division. How you love that? You're not for these fighters. You probably worse than the promoters. Turkey. I hope y'all get that done, man. I hope y'all get that done so we can all see, people face like this guy, go away from boxing because they ruin the sport. They got they ranking systems when people be mandatories for years, like Benavidez. They don't strip these fighters. The WBC, you ain't never see them strip no Canelo for the Benavidez. He was what, mandatory for like 2 years? It's crazy. That's that favoritism shit. Still the champion. Can't take that away from me. History already been made, baby. I am legend. I'm about to go in here and give me a...
Yeah, they could take the belts from him. They can take the belts from Terrence Crawford, but we will never forget what he did to Canelo. So the comments are saying. Oh, they say multi-millionaire. I get it. Like, I know, like, he's a multi-millionaire, but, dude, by paying money to just keep a belt, that doesn't make any sense. All right, so got a funny clip. Yinzers are leaving voice DMs for the Steelers. They've had enough.
Who do I talk to in the front office? Because y'all need to fire Mike Tomlin. Fire the whole fucking coaching staff. Y'all sad motherfuckers. Y'all weak as fuck. Y'all bum-ass niggas. Fire him. These people paying their hard working money to come see y'all play and lose every fucking time. Y'all bums. Get rid of the whole staff.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. People paying their hard-earned money to watch the Steelers just give up, what, in the Bills game, like, how many yards? 249, I think? 49? That's the most yards given up at home ever. Like that, the most yards, most rushing yards in Acrisure Stadium. Hopefully I pronounced it right. I'm used to Heinz Field. But anyways, that's a lot of yards to give up, man. A lot of yards. And it looks like things aren't getting better because the Steelers have to play the Ravens next. All right, so Big Ben, he's going viral for saying that Mike Tomlin should go to Penn State.
maybe a fresh start for him is what's best. Whether that's in the pros, whether maybe go be Penn State's head coach. You know what he would do in Penn State? He'd probably go win national championships.
Because
he's a great recruiter.
That's what was I having a conversation?
Okay, so it's actually kind of wild that even former Steelers players, Steelers legends like Ben Roethlisberger, saying that Mike Tomlin, that Steelers should move on from Mike Tomlin. Even Pittsburgh Steelers legends are saying this. And also, I don't see Mike Tomlin, if Mike Tomlin ever gets fired or he just leaves, I don't see him going or coaching a college football team. But it would be cool to see Mike Tomlin coach Penn State. That would be cool. And I think he would do a solid job with Penn State too. That would be cool. That would be very interesting. And I do think he would do well with recruiting as well.
Probably. Or I was having this conversation the other day. I'm like, Coach T in college would be one of the greatest college football coaches.
But man, I just don't see it. I don't see it. All right, Roman Atwood's son. Dude, let me start all over. Roman Atwood's son, Noah, was unfazed when a group of guys lost it after he successfully rage baited them.
Hey, shut up, we collab.
Collab, me and yo together, nigga.
No, we don't like girls. We don't like girls.
Exactly. Yo, I'll bust the Velcro.
We just called you a to your face. What's up? Exactly.
Stop playing with me.
Exactly.
I don't know OF was that hated.
95. Leave. What the fuck you talking about? I'll slam you on the ground right now.
Hey, look. Take your cameraman out. That nigga's a bitch, bro. That on shit, nigga.
Always me, man.
It's probably the haircut, bro.
Is it the haircut? Is it the haircut? What's up? Is it the haircut? What's up? Sweet.
What am I saying? Fuck you, so I use it.
He's saying, screaming, swing. Cornball, man.
Nigga, I'll make you famous. Exactly. I'll make you famous, nigga.
We put you on TikTok right now.
Nigga, TikTok your chin, nigga. Fuck you talking
Dude, he has to be trolling.
Yeah, suck my dick, nigga. You get.
Might be the hair.
What?
It might be the hair. They're on some
Dude,
butt
I'm
plug
not gonna
bomb
lie.
stuff.
I did think he was about to slap me, dude. No, take this down, dude. That man is coked up, bro.
Coked up, bro. He was foaming at the mouth. What's up, bro?
Hey,
What's up? I told him I was on OF and they started crashing out.
No, he doesn't even. It's always me, bro. It's always me.
What? What was that? All right, gut never lies, buddy. All right, what's going on? His doubt was right.
You honestly, no.
You guys were just telling me you've been dating now for how long? Like
about 2.5 years.
You guys trust each
Okay.
other? Or do you trust her?
I mean, it's been back and forth.
Back and forth.
You're talking about.
She was doing some weird stuff lately. I don't know.
What do you mean? Like what?
Weird stuff.
I see her just going through her phone. I'm just seeing her talk to other guys.
Are you down to see
Talk
if your
to
girl
other guys. Yeah, it's over.
is on any dating apps right now?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
No, we're not doing that. No.
Pull your phone right now.
And now she's saying no. Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Oh, hold up. So yeah, we're just gonna be using Cheater Buster AI. What's her name?
Elena.
How old is she?
18.
This just came up. Is this your Tinder account? Is this her?
And that's her Tinder account.
That is fine. That is not.
You no, honestly, because I quoted this last month. You honestly, no.
Yeah, he deserves better. Okay, so this is what Rakai was reportedly banned on Twitch for: stealing from Walmart after after he picked up a banquet of flowers and handed it to a girl at the exit without paying.
Cart. Oh, we going. Oh God, we should get this to somebody. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
I got it for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
God bless you.
Did you already pay for them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, thank you.
All right, have a good day. God bless you.
And just lying
All right, bye-bye.
about paying for it. Man, you just got this lady in trouble, man. That's messed up.
My truck.
Yeah, that is messed up. Well, I know that Rakai's a kid, but still, like that's you don't do stuff like that. Oh, Twitch. Wait, hold on. So Twitch reversed that 2-year ban. It was a visual bug. Okay. Oh, so Kai Cenat contacted Twitch to unban him. So, yep, of course, he's friends with Kai, so everything will be fine for him. A wholesome KSI.
Guys are at an amazing school, okay? You should be so privileged to be in this school. All the teachers here are amazing, and they're the reason why I'm at this point, okay? So I want you to make their lives easy, okay? Yes. Work hard, all right? Work very hard, and also I want to give you guys something as well. I want to give you a year's supply of Prime.
Man, wholesome KSI. W wholesome KSI. W fat Neek. Nah, I'm joking. See if there's more posts. Does that say 27 3-stars? Well, Minnesota and Mississippi State and West Virginia has 37 3-stars. 37. That's crazy. That is crazy. They got 37 3-stars. Wow. That is a lot. Okay, you know what? Let's check out who signed who? Or who? See if we have any new information. Okay, USC Trojans getting a 5-star tight end. Cool. Commitment flips. Alabama to Tennessee. JJ Finch. Okay. You know what's funny? I haven't even seen it. I haven't even watched film of these guys or the top recruits. I haven't even seen any of their highlights at all. I'm just now I'm just interested to see like where the 4 or 5-star recruits are going. Okay, 4-star edge for Tennessee. Okay, this one's interesting. You know that bag must been nice. If a 5-star plus quarterback is going to a college like Houston, dude, that NIL paycheck must have been nice. It must have been a crazy bag that Houston offered him. Houston offered him a crazy bag. If he's going to Houston out of all colleges. And no offense to Houston, but still, they must have gave him a crazy bag. All right, back to YouTube.
So I've been seeing tweets from creators.
All right, I'll be right back. I need some water. All right, I'm back. All right, so fortunately I don't have time to play games, but I have time to react to this video. All right, so Twitch has an IRL streaming problem. All right, let's go.
So I've been seeing tweets from creators as big as Pokimane talking about.
I miss when streaming was about gaming and not drama baiting and clip farming.
Pokimane talking about how much they miss when Twitch was strictly gaming and not this whole wave of IRL streaming that we see today.
I go live, right? And I'll end my stream off for the last 4 hours, me just talking to the chat, playing a game. And then I look over at the chat and I see, oh, L content. Bro didn't plan anything today.
Man, I tried to do my Pokimane impression. That's why I read it in that voice. I tried to do a Pokimane impression.
Go do something. Why are you just sitting here? Go IRL, go do this, no content. Why did it turn into that?
A lot of people have a variety of problems with these IRL streams, mostly because of the degeneracy that comes behind.
I miss when streaming was about gaming and not online prostitution.
Most of it, but unfortunately, I think that IRL streaming is here to stay, and I don't think there's a way that Twitch could ever go.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. It is not going anywhere. Well, there may be times when it may be unpopular to IRL stream. When GTA 6 drops, then I think that's when IRL streaming will, I'm not gonna say fall off, but just, you know, die down a little bit.
Back to being strictly gaming. But why exactly is this the case? How did this whole IRL streaming wave even start? And most importantly, why do I think it's never going to go back to the way things were? Well, that's probably what you're here to figure out. But first, if you're new to the channel, down below. That being said, let's get into this whole IRL streaming problem. So to start, at this point, we're all very familiar with the streaming world and what it is today. If you're a person that just started watching Twitch or streamers in general, then all you may know is really IRL streaming. There's probably some of you watching this video right now that have never clicked a gaming stream before in your life outside of like Casanet's gaming marathons.
Man, that would be wild to just imagine being like someone who is new to streaming and the only streams you have seen was IRL streams. And I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel bad for people like that. Like those people, like just like that was the first streams you've ever seen, like IRL streams instead of the original, you know, gaming streams. If you know what I'm talking about.
You see, this wasn't always the case for Twitch or even streaming in general. There was once a time where you could load up Twitch or just about any streaming platform, and the majority of content that you saw was all strictly gaming, especially in years like 2018 where Fortnite started taking over the entire world, and all of the biggest streamers in the industry were all gamers of some sort, such as Ninja, for example, who we all know became one of the biggest content creators to ever exist. He was the first person who really highlighted the streaming industry to the entire outside world. There was a point where he definitely was the most popular content creator. He held every subscriber record on Twitch.
I remember watching Ninja's streaming Twitch highlights in high school. Like my freshman year of high school, like I was watching Fortnite Twitch highlights from guys like Ninja, of course, like I mentioned, Myth, Daquan, I think I watched a little bit of Tfue as well, I think. Yeah, those guys.
He held all the viewership records on Twitch. He was so popular during this time that he even managed to do a gaming stream with Drake and Travis Scott, who were two of the biggest artists in the world at the time.
When I think of like, honestly, like unironically, bro, I think like Ninja playing with like Drake in like 2018 is like one of the start, like even Fortnite, like Fortnite gaming on Twitch was a way that people thought gaming was cool. Like, I swear to God, like, it sounds so stupid because it's Fortnite, but like, that was like, I feel like a turning point in the internet where people were like, oh, gaming could be cool.
So yeah, obviously Ninja was pretty popular, and this was mostly due to his mix of skill at Fortnite and just how popular Fortnite was in general. And I'm sure we all can agree that that's definitely the most popular game of our generation. So if you're one of the most known people that's currently playing that game, of course you're going to get a lot of recognition. But after that arc took place, a change in streaming started to happen shortly after, when streamers like Adin Ross started blowing up just 2 years later. This is when everything started to truly change. You see, instead of streamers playing games with celebrities and talking to them over Discord calls, Adin completely shifted the narrative.
Man, Adin changed the game. Like, literally the best streamer of all time. This is prime Adin Ross right here. Like, you don't have to be like a rap fan, a fan of rap music to enjoy those streams, man. Those streams were just so entertaining. It was just insane. It was crazy. And I don't think any, like, there's entertaining streamers out there. You know, of course, Marlon, of course, got his skull cap. But man, I just don't think any streamer could top that. Top 2021 Adin Ross. I don't think so. And I know Kai, he's killing it. You know, Speed's killing it right now. They're two of the biggest streamers in the world, but if it wasn't for Adin, there would be no Kai or Speed. Well, I wouldn't say that, but they just wouldn't be as popular as they are today.
And all of these celebrities and rappers and things like that started pulling up to the streams in real life, which is something that we never really seen in streaming before. And that alone is what brought more eyes to the world of Twitch. It definitely expanded the horizon for people like Platboy Max, who originally thought that Twitch was only for gaming.
Yo, niggas never believe me when I say this, but Adin was my biggest inspiration, bro.
Really?
Yes, bro. Adin's the reason I started streaming. Because I thought streaming was for dorks. I thought it was lame as fuck. I thought you'd go on that bitch, play games. I never, ever had Twitch. Ever. And then he did stream a little TJ, and I'm like, hold on. You can do other shit besides just gaming on here.
That's tough.
And then I realized, and then I'm like, wow, bro, I want to do this.
That's
no
tough.
cap, shout out Adin, bro.
You know,
and niggas, Adin got a lot of hate. I think he going through
started that whole rapper shit. The whole celebrity on stream type shit.
He was.
Now, obviously, this was only the start of the culture shift, because at the time, there was still a lot of people gaming on the platform. All of these gaming streams were still doing well, because this was around the whole COVID lockdown era, so people was really stuck in the house with nothing to do anyways. But it wasn't really Fortnite that was the most popular thing to watch at the time. It was another game that started taking over, known as GTA RP, which is basically just a modded online version of the popular game Grand Theft Auto 5, which was meant to mimic real life even more than Grand Theft Auto already does. And side note, this literally has nothing to do with anything at all, but Grand Theft Auto 5 literally released when I was in 3rd grade, and I'm now 22 years old, and GTA 6...
Wild. That game GTA 5 came out all the way back in 2013. And I was 11 years old when that game came out. And over 10 years later, GTA 6 is still not out yet. Crazy.
Still hasn't released. If you're wondering, it got pushed back to like November 2026, and at that point I'll be 23 years old, which is absolutely insane. So if anybody from Rockstar is watching this, please,
yeah, I'll be 24 by that time, the game comes out.
Please just hurry up and drop the game. But anyways, around that whole time, you can still load up Twitch and see a variety of streamers gaming, especially with GTA RP. As I said, it was insanely popular. Everyone was playing it. Streamers like XQC, Adin Ross, even rappers started coming over to Twitch and streaming it.
So it's like Grand Theft Auto, but everything in there is super customizable. You could do whatever you want. I could put that hat in there. I could put that whole outfit in there, this watch, whatever I want to put in there, right? Cars, whatever. So, and it's like, it represents the trenches. So you can really be in the streets without having to really be in the streets. So I got a lot of that's really from the trenches that got a PC, not ain't in the streets no more, that ain't making 20, 25,000 a month playing this shit.
And for a while, that was the new quote unquote meta because it was something new, it was something fun, it was something that most people never even seen before. So when things like that come along, of course it's going to be very popular. But within the next 3 years, by 2023, Twitch would be completely different. Gaming was really starting to get phased out, and it got to a point where most of the streamers on the platform didn't game much at all. Honestly, at the time, most of the biggest streamers on Twitch were just doing desktop streams. This could be a variety of different content that included everything but gaming. And this only continued to grow worse when streamers like Fuzi started going live and doing these IRL vlog type of streams, literally just taking the camera outside and live streaming their day-to-day life. And this is what ended up taking the entire streaming world by storm.
You're lucky I made friends with this security. We're going back. The dog.
Now we can't box. There's a whole.
I slapped the dog shit out of you. I slapped the dog shit out of you.
You punched like a bitch. I saw hit him back.
5 fingers.
You punched like a bitch.
Now, in my opinion, and probably many other opinions as well, that's probably the worst thing that could have happened to streaming, because this came with some of the most outlandish, degenerate content that you could possibly think of. At first, it was cool, like when streamers like Speed was doing these IRLs, traveling all around the world. That was fun, that was exciting, it was something new. He wasn't really bothering anyone. It was really like watching old-fashioned vlogs. But as the world of IRL streaming became more and more popular, it got worse and worse with time, because it quickly went from being this cool day-to-day life vlog type of thing to people literally just doing the most degenerate things you could think of, like fighting and assaulting people, just a whole bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah, just basically like clothesline people, spear people, RKO people. Okay, I better stop. But you get the point.
Really shouldn't be taking place on any live streaming platform, let alone a platform that was mostly known for gaming just 6 years ago. But I think even with all of that, the main problem that people have with these IRL streams is like the over-sexualization of the main problem that people
have. It smells like poop in there. No, I'm joking.
With these IRL streams is like the over-sexualization of the content.
Hey, if you gotta, I think this is a famous tweet right here. I think it's from Bruce. If you gotta use sex or be hypersexual towards women to make dudes laugh on stream, quit streaming, dude. You suck.
Nowadays, because I'm sure some of you have seen the type of content that some of these streamers do nowadays. A lot of them do these streams with popular OF models or whatever the case may be, and those streams are literally just brain rot. I mean, sure, it's probably cool if you're like a teenager or something and you just never talk to girls, but for the average person, it's usually a teenager or something and you just never talk to girls. But for the average person, it's usually like, who watches this? Why would anyone watch this? Why are these grown women dancing in the presence of a teenage boy? It just doesn't make much sense at all, and that's what's really been the downside.
And she's doing this in front of a kid. Rakai's a kid. She's doing this in front of a kid.
Now you may say, yeah, of course it's
just absolutely weird.
Negatives, but it's not all bad, and I would say you're exactly right, because there are IRL streamers who do nothing but good streams and great content, like Speed and Casanat, for example. But we all know that they've been
and Marlon
dominating for years now, and they're one-of-a-kind creators. Like, it's almost impossible to replicate anything that they do, and those two alone definitely grew streaming to a point that it probably would have never reached if streaming just stayed basically gaming. But with that being said, for gaming creators, that could be a little demotivating as well, because while the streaming space is thriving and growing to heights that it's never grown to before, all of these new people aren't really coming over to these live streaming platforms to watch people game. They're downloading these apps and creating accounts to watch streamers who are doing the craziest in real life streams, not so much to really watch people who are sitting in their room gaming for 8 to 10 hours.
If you're a celebrity, an athlete, a singer, a rapper, anything, if you want to start streaming, I say get right into IRLs right away. You can just show up and go to shopping or something and is gonna watch. You don't even got to use your personality. Some of y'all want to start streaming because you just wanted to be a gamer or something, or you wanted to never forget your love of what made you want to start in the first place. Because waves can you up just like me, nigga. I've been going for 2 months because I realized I hate IRL streaming.
Since the year 2020, there's only really been 2 big streamers to really blow up from gaming and keep their content consistently gaming. And by now, we should all know that those 2 creators are Jinxie and Queso, who blew up around the same time. And really for the past, 2 years now, those have been the only 2 people to really dominate the streaming space. Because unlike many gaming creators nowadays, they don't have to rely on the popularity of a specific game. They can literally go live anytime they want, play whatever game they want, and pull thousands of live viewers. Like Jinxie is literally top 10 subscribed on Twitch, and he plays a mobile game every stream. So with that, my question is gaming really dead on Twitch, or is people just choosing to not game? Because I've seen different takes on this whole thing. I've seen people say like, oh, there's no popular game right now and that's why nobody games on Twitch anymore. But can you really even use that as an excuse when you have these 2 streamers who are going live and playing the most random games in the world and still seeing a lot of success doing so? In my opinion, I believe that it's just extremely hard to convince any viewer to sit there and watch you game for hours when they could go watch Speed climb the Eiffel Tower or go watch Castanet collab with Kevin Hart and LeBron James. There's tons of streamers nowadays who have insane connections, who are doing insane content, and it's getting to a point where it's really just hard to keep up with what's going on. You have to be an extremely likable or entertaining person to have viewers sit in your stream for hours just watching you play games. And while that may work for a very small percentage of Twitch nowadays, it still is possible to do. Obviously, this could be very demotivating to anyone who wants to be a gaming streamer, because there's not many new streamers blowing up from gaming nowadays. It's really the people who are doing the IRLs and clip farming and just being crazy out in public. So with this whole new era of streaming, it's going to be very interesting to see how new gaming creators, as you guys know, the only opinion.
All right. Unfortunately, I ran out of time. Tried to finish this video. Well, the video is pretty much over anyways, but I wanted to keep talking about it a little bit more, but I'll just talk about it tomorrow. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll make a TikTok about it. I gotta remember to do that. I will make a TikTok about the video, or just a similar topic, similar to what he talked about in the video. But anyways, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow, and have a good night.